Students.
Good morning, ma'am.
So before we start our class discussion, kindly stand up for our prayer. It's nice to know that all of you are present today. So, okay. So, how was your day, students?
I'm fine.
Okay, nice. So, have you eaten your breakfast already?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So, are you excited for our topic for today?
Yes.
Okay. So, our topic for today is about communicative language teaching. So, the objective is to practice language for effective communication. Second is to dramatize the use of target language for responding quickly and accurately in spoken language, and to align the use of target language to communication through interaction. And fourth is to foster students' speaking skills in the classroom by creating a real-life communicative setting. Okay, so what is communicative language teaching? So communicative language teaching is an approach to language teaching that emphasizes interaction as both the means and the goal of study. Learners in environments using communication to learn and practice the target language by interactions with one another and the instructor. So the study of authentic texts, such as those written in the target language for purposes other than language learning, and the use of the language both in class and outside of the class. So communication language teaching is a set of principles about teaching, including recommendations about method and syllabus, where the focus is on meaningful communication, not structure, and use, not usage. So it is also referred to as the communication approach. So, historically, CLT has been seen as response to the audiolingual method, or ALM, and as an extension, our development of the National Functional Syllabus task-based language learning. A more recent refinement of CLT has gained considerably in popularity. So, the learning theory about communicative language teaching. So, according to the communicative approach for learning to take place, emphasis must be put on the importance of these variables. First is communication activities that involve real communication promote learning. And second is task, which is activities in which language is used to carry out meaningful tasks supports the learning process. And third is meaning, which is language that is meaningful and authentic to the learner, boosts learning. And so the 10 core assumptions in CLT is, first is engaging in interaction and meaningful communication and facilitates language learning. Second is effective classroom learning tasks provide students the opportunities to extract meaning, expand the language, and notice how language is used, and take part in meaningful interpersonal exchange. And third is meaningful communication occurs when students process content that is relevant, purposeful, interesting, and engaging. And fourth is communication is a comprehensive process that often calls upon the use of several languages skills. So fifth is language learning is facilitated both by the activities that involves inductive or discovery learning of language rules and involve the analysis of language rules. And sixth is language learning is a gradual process that involves creative use of language and trial and error. And seven is the ultimate goal of language learning is to be able to use the new language both accurately and fluently. And eight is learners develop their own routes to language learning, process at different rules, and have different needs and motivations for language learning. And nine is the role of the as teacher in the language classroom is that of a facilitator who creates a classroom climate conducive to language learning and provides opportunities for students to use and practice the language to reflect on language use and language learning. And 10 is the classroom is a community where students learn through collaboration and sharing. Okay, so the principles of communicative language teaching. Okay, so the principles of communicative language teaching. So first is make real communication the focus of language learning. Provide opportunities for learners to experiment and try out what they know. Second is provide opportunities for learners to develop both accuracy and fluency. Third is link the different skills such as speaking, reading, and listening together since they usually occur in the real world. And fourth is let students discover grammar rules. And fifth is be tolerant of learners' errors as they indicate that the learner is building up his or her communicative competence. And sixth is focus more on achieving communicative competence with students without neglecting grammatical competence and on fluency without neglecting accuracy. So by this, a student is learning through to language. Okay. So, activity. So students, for your activity, I will give you the chance to take roles and participate in different ways in this activity. So the activity will be finding the murderer. So I have here a situation. So the situation will be Julian was found dead in her backyard on Friday morning. So what you're going to do is that you need to find who killed her and why. And you are going to prepare a play and perform it in a group, and you are free to invent a story about why she was dead. Then you can choose your own personalities and decide who will be the inspector as he or she prepares a few questions to interview the suspects. And so you can also ask the possible suspect if Julian had money, that's why he or she killed Julian, Or if Julian was famous, if Julian had invited someone, then that person is the one who killed Julian. So for this activity, I will give rewards to the students who portrays or perform the most amazing story that is related to the lesson. And punishments such as cleaning the classroom if the performance was not so related in the topic. So each group will be graded according to this criteria. So criteria, the highest will be 5 points and the lowest will be 1 point. So first is about clarity of the spoken language. Second will be shows expression. The third is effectiveness of the character. And fourth is conveys the message appropriately, then total and the overall total. So each group will be graded based on that criteria. So I will give you 20 minutes to prepare your play and present it to the class.
Give me your phone. No. I said give me your phone. Where were you when the murder happened?
3, go.
It's no. Who do you think killed Julian? No.
Go.
What is the reason why someone will kill Julian? I said I don't know.
So in the given activity, which is finding the murderer, the communicative language teaching takes place when real communication occurs, and the target language was used, which helps in your learning process of acquiring your second language. So in communicative language teaching and communication is that it helps the learner to learn and practice the target language by interactions with one another. So the summary of our topic that is about communicative language teaching is that the term communicative language teaching is meaning different things to different teachers. To some teachers, it simply means a greater emphasis on the use of the target language in the classroom, and in particular, a greater emphasis orally. So now students, I will be dividing the class into 2 groups. And students, you are going to make a short play which you will use the target language that is English. So each group will be graded using the same criteria being presented earlier. So first is the clarity of the spoken language, shows expression, effectiveness of the character, conveys the message appropriately. So students, for the evaluation, same group, write down what you have learned in our topic. So I will be providing you some papers and pens. So you need to select one representative each group to present your work. You posted. So students, for your assignment, answer the following questions. First is, how is a target language can be acquired? Second is, how does communicative language teaching differ from audiolingo? So submissions will be tomorrow. Students, any clarifications about your assignment?
No, ma'am. No.
Okay, so I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Okay, so class is
Ma'am, bye.
Bye.